Oh wait, what did it say? I think it
Oh,
said it's already being recorded. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
thank you. All righty. So what is this resource for? So the hope is that that educators and schools use them to use this resource to leverage technology in the classroom. We've included lots of sample templates and videos and one-pagers and resources to help students and families. A lot of these resources come from digital learning enablement team programs and initiatives. And we're hoping that these resources support your teaching, but we also recognize that each classroom and school site is different and that adaptations and revisions may happen. So we really want you guys to feel free to copy and customize any of the resources, use them the way that they work, but also share back with us and give us feedback on what's working, what's not working. Maybe your school site has come up with a new way or an interesting way to engage with families and students that you think would benefit all of SFUSD. So it's kind of a beginning of a two-way partnership, or rather a continuation of it. Michael, anything you want to add?
No, you did a great job.
So one of the questions that comes up a lot is why does technology matter for educational equity? And I think that we all saw a very quick reason why during COVID, when schools shut down overnight. One of the ways that we were able to continue learning for so many of our students was because we had access to technology. We were able to close some gaps by offering hotspots and devices and giving that actual tech, the device to support. But now we really want to dive in deeper, that now that we have that access and we've closed some of those gaps, how are we engaging and empowering students using technology with that equity of access and equity of opportunity? How are we using deeper learning priorities to support our families and support our students to be able to take ownership of learning with technology and building out what school and learning looks like for them? So this is, if you are a kindergarten educator or you're working with kindergarten teachers this year, you have heard that we have an instructional guidance overview webpage, and that has all the content areas there. And we have a landing page specifically for digital learning. And on that page, you'll be able to dive in deeper with an overview, but also go a little bit deeper with priority standards, really walking away with what are the key things that kindergartners should be able to walk away with if we're getting them set up for digital learning. If you want to know more about that, we encourage you guys to check out those two resources because they have it fleshed out a little bit more. One thing I would like to name is that this document or the slide deck that we're sharing with you has lots of links, and because we're encouraging you to check out the web pages that have already been built out, resources that have been fleshed out. This is just a landing page for that work. All right, so we've shared where it's at. We've shared where you can go to explore, but how do you actually do that? What's the importance of it? How do we really push that equity, access and equity of opportunity? And Michael's going to share a little bit about this.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Well, I think we know why I use technology nowadays at this point, but it does really have the power to engage students in the learning. And I'm not sure if you're familiar, you may not be, with a model of a pedagogy called the SAMR model. And basically it is I won't show you the video, but it's a great video. If you click that link, it says video explanation. Essentially, it's a pedagogy that talks about how teachers tend to integrate technology when they first start doing it. And the S of the model, it's like a ladder, and the S of the model is substitution. So it means like maybe the teacher uses a Ditto on a pad, like on an iPad. So they're not really, it's not improving things, looking at a piece of paper versus a iPad, but it's digitizing it. And then as you go up, it's augmentation, where you're using something maybe like a Google Doc where you can give feedback and collaborate. And as you go up the model, it talks just about how the way you use technology has the power to really transform learning. If it's doing something that really leverages that technology to make it more engaging. So if you're using tech and it's not really enhancing the lesson, kind of think, why are you using tech then? So just rethinking how, like when you're teaching, like how is the best way to use the technology to enhance the learning. Oops, sorry. Okay.
Thank you, Michael. I just dropped in 2 different resources. So one, actually maybe I didn't, but one is for this actual slide deck that we're kind of sharing you the overview for you guys, and then the other one is the actual unit 0. So you may see 2. One's going to be labeled micro session, which is the slide deck Michael and I are going through. The other one will be the actual resource that you explore. So just before we send you guys off to explore, we just want to give you guys a quick little overview that when you get to this page will have links. So we really want you to think about, what do I want to learn more about digital learning and what that looks like for kindergarten students in classrooms. So if you are focused more on the classroom experience, we encourage you guys to look at core SFUSD systems that foster digital learning. If you're thinking more about how am I helping them build that student agency within the digital landscape, digital agency may be the right place to start. If you're one of those people that's like, I just want to know how we get started. What does classroom management look like? What's the logistics of device management? Where do I know like how many devices I have, where that goes? We want you to start there. And if you're like, I really just want to know where I get help at. This is a great information piece, but I want to save this and share with teachers where we can go to get help. If you're focused more on the family side, so family liaisons, people who are in after school programming, this may be where you want to start. Or if you're just an educator that really loves to support families, you can do the same thing that's under resources to support families. I'm seeing the note. This one is, so the reason why we started with kindergarten is only because the instructional guidance right now is focused on kindergarten students, and we will be building those out as time goes by. But we wanted to focus right with the instructional coherence that the district is starting, which is with kinder. So you'll see it soon, but give us a couple of weeks to get that one started. All right, I'm going to drop those links in the chat. So this one is for the micro session that has links to the actual unit 0. And now I'm going to drop the unit 0 one in there so you can have access. But before we send you off to explore, I just wanted to kind of share what the rest of this micro session will look like. Next slide, please. Thank you, Michael. So we're going to spend about 10 minutes exploring unit 0. You can be video off, screen off if you would like, and we'll come back in 10 minutes and just kind of share and have a little discussion about what we saw, what takeaways we have, questions. If you have a kindergarten educator that's had a cool resource they may want to share with us about digital learning, you can share with us or get in contact with us that way. But we really want to give you guys time just to explore it and share thoughts.
Devlin, how long is this session?
2 o'clock. It ends at
until 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
30 minutes. Okay, perfect.
Okay. All righty. So does everyone understand what's happening at this point? You're gonna go to that. If you're in the slide deck, you'll go to bit.ly unit 0 DL, or you can go in the chat and it says unit 0 slides, and that'll take you there. You'll explore for about 10 minutes. Click on those links, and then we'll come back at like 1:47 and just have a group discussion about what came up for us, and any questions or feedback would be greatly appreciated.
Good. I'll put up a timer.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, Amy. I just saw your note in the chat. I'm just trying to make sure that you have access. Can you unmute and let me know what's going on? And thank you, Anna. I'll fix that now.
Sorry, Miss Devaline.
No.
Were you asking for me, Davy? Sorry, I was watching one of those videos.
Let me
Was
see.
it me?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I got a message in chat from Miss Amy May.
Oh, got it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. I just wanted to be able to support if needed. Have a little less than 3 minutes left. We're hoping that when we come back, we can have a little conversation about resources that we saw or questions that we had. So please come back with at least 1 or 2 notice or wonderings. All right, we're gonna slowly start coming back. Hopefully you guys saw 1 or 2 things that you want to chat more about. So we're gonna kind of mix it up a little bit.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Stop that. Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry about
No, you're fine.
that.
All right. So before we get into full conversation sharing mode, I wanted us to just have a second to ground ourselves in some collaborative team norms. We have a lot of people from all over the district joining us for Digital District Day. I just want to make sure that everyone is able to participate in the way that they want to participate. So it's giving you 1 or 10 seconds maybe to kind of read through some, think of 1 or 2 that you would like to hold with you while we have a brief conversation. Yeah, so I'll give you a second to look at that and I'll pull up my 1 or 2 in a second as well. I think before we start this conversation, one that I'm going to hold on to is be open to new ideas and being respectful. This is a new resource that we've created this summer. We know there's going to be adaptations and adjustments, so we're excited to hear what the experts in the room think about it, also what they would like to see or how they would like to see it tweaked. So I'm going to be open to new ideas. Michael, do you have one that you're going to hold on to?
I was looking at the same one. You open to
Okay,
it.
perfect. See, we're on the same page. That's why we're on the same team. Okay, in our original plan, we were going to send you guys off to breakout rooms. Well, we've heard that breakout rooms are kind of wonky right now in this format. So we are going to kind of mix 2 options together. We were going to have you share in breakout rooms and then write in the chat what happened in those conversations. So I'm gonna let you guys choose your own adventure with this one. If you're someone who is okay with sharing the mic and an unmuting for us, we're going to have you use the raised hand feature. And so that means that you would go to your reactions button, and it'll let you raise hands. At least it should. And then if you're not interested or you're not comfortable with sharing with your voice, you can share with your words and type in the chat. We really just want to know what your initial thoughts are. Maybe if there's a resource that you really want to talk about or something that came up for you, share out your initial thoughts. Either what are some of the ways you can see yourself or your site implementing some of these resources, activities, and strategies this year? Or what support or resources do you feel like you may need? Because the digital learning team is here to support you. So either way you guys feel comfortable. And we have about 5 minutes to just kind of share out. I'm noticing that Anna Garcia is saying, I really appreciate the resources. I would like to have an opportunity to look at this with teachers in my grade level follow-up PD. We would love to do a follow-up PD. Even if that means that maybe 1 or 2 or some of us come out and just kind of chat with you guys about it and explore more. I don't really know if we're going to be able to have the bigger centralized PDs as we have had in previous years, but would love to connect with you guys more on what it looks like and feels like. Also seeing some people say, I like the lower grade slides, really kid-friendly looking. Will any of the materials be in other languages? Yes, that is something that we are working on and trying to figure out where the best place for that, where would the best place for that be? Would it be something like a slide deck, or would it live on that instructional guidance webpage that already has the multiple languages accessibility tools? SAMR model video was great for quick examples as one can progress through tech knowledge and usage. Great start to use with our site-based DLeaf folk and go from there. Yes, yes, yes. Please utilize those DLeafs and your digital learning team cohort partners. They would love to partner with you guys.
Anyone else? Either unmute and share with us or put it in the chat.
Ms. Haynes, I see your hand. Go ahead and unmute, please. Sorry, Mrs. Haynes. Please unmute and share.
For me, what I found really useful is the family resource information. Like there's like a cheat sheet that kind of teaches like troubleshooting to help families. Because being, in kindergarten, a lot of the kinders came from pre-K or preschool and didn't have Chromebooks. So these families are very unfamiliar with the technology that's available to their students. And so when we're sending them home with devices now, a lot of the parents didn't know how to use them. So a lot of the paras and teachers were using their home time to take calls and be able to navigate the parents through some of these troubleshooting items that are there. So that'll be like a quick thing, like to be able to upload to like Class Dojo and stuff, or send it out in our newsletters for parents to be able to have that information. So that document's very helpful, and it's in other languages, which is so useful. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, I can. I'm going to resend out the slides. I know you guys have probably gotten a lot of slides today, so we're going to send them out for you guys. One second. Okay. Someone else said, I like all the resources and need more presentations regarding digital learning for 3rd through 5th grade. We are working on them, but I will also say that we have tons of resources, or just like information on our digital learning webpage. It kind of gives you more of a broader scope, but we are definitely working on upper grade materials and making sure that you guys have what you need as well. And we'll be sharing more soon. Someone else said, I love that there's Help for families and laptops were sent home for students to use. One thing to consider is for students who are visually impaired, need larger monitors so that they are able to see. Great point. I'm gonna make a note of that and kind of check in with our accessibility team. I believe the acronym is ATIC, ATIC. But I just met some people there and they may be able to help or have conversations about that. Thank you for elevating that conversation. All right, we are gonna continue on. Thank you for everyone who shared their voice. Thank you for everyone who's been a part of conversation. If something comes up, please feel free to message us or ping us or whatever is best for you guys. We are going to move into closing. Yep. Okay.
Woohoo.
Thank you, Michael, because he's been like navigating 2 slide decks. So
I don't know what I'm doing.
Quick closing, just wanted to give you guys some resources. If you want to know more about the digital learning work that's happening in SFUSD, we encourage you to check out our webpage, just kind of see what programs and initiatives that we have available and ways that we can come out and support your school sites. Then we can go to the next slide. Yep. And if you enjoyed today's session and want to participate in more digital learning program, there's 2 programs you can kind of engage more with. Our PLE program, which deepens classroom educators' understanding and usage of innovative instructional technology strategies. Or you can, or not or, but like a both and. You can explore our DLEAF program, which is our digital learning and facilitators program. You can have up to 3 educators, or 3 teachers in the DLEAF program, and they are individuals who support with formulating and facilitating how digital learning and teaching looks at your site. And they also have another strand that focuses on family technology support. If you're interested in either one of those, please feel free to check out that slide and you can get more information and even sign up and designate some DLEAFs, or if you're an educator that's interested in PLE, fill out the interest form. Next slide, please. Also, one thing we really wanted to share was that every school has a digital learning team cohort partner. It's based by what cohort your school site is in. And these are our team members and ourselves, and we support different cohorts in different ways. So please, please, please reach out to them if you need help. They'll be coming around these next couple of weeks at your school sites just to say hi. Feel free to ask them any questions, but they really focus on providing thought partnership, leading professional learning, or coaching, even supporting what professional learning could look like at your school site, and serving as a Department of Technology liaison to help you guys navigate district resources and technology tools. Please, please, please use us. We're here to help and support. We don't want anyone at any school site to feel like they are alone when it comes to digital learning, because we're here to help.
Also, somebody asked like what cohort I'm in before. If you talk to your principal, they know what cohort you're in, or your site administrator.
All right. And please, please, please give us your feedback. It helps our team learn with what we need to dive in deeper with. Also, what worked well for you guys. We're going to drop that link in the chat, and we may be able to give you 2 minutes of free time. Thank you so much for spending your day with us and spending 30 minutes of that time with us. We truly appreciate you guys, and we hope you're having a great Digital District Day. Let me drop that chat in there. Yay, thank you, Mrs. Haynes. I appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Good to see you all. Shoot.